I'm so excited and proud of what we've managed to achieve. It's been an amazing experience and like a really nice thing to focus on during this last year.
We made a fantastic album with Johnny Smale and the guys from Iron Tyger, which was called Empress of the Grave. And that looked at how you take the classics, Tchaikovsky and Berlioz, and make those into heavy rock anthems. It's almost like if you imagine the last night of the PROMS and a heavy metal band's come in and taken over. So we were getting these fantastic versions of the 1812 Overture and Vivaldi's Winter. We decided to go one step further. We've got the access to Roz, who is one of the best vocalists we've ever worked with, one of the finest female vocalists on the planet, I think. And the challenge to Roz was to bring a verse and a chorus to these wonderful pieces that made them unique and standalone compositions. Roz did that. Empress of the Grave album is a first-class piece of work, which we're all really proud of.
I've always loved Tchaikovsky. Johnny's done a really good job of reworking that into this fast, exciting power metal kind of track.
So far with every day I have not seen.
The song is named after the famous line in Shakespeare, so foul and fair a day I have not seen. And it evokes conflict, as Tchaikovsky did so well all those years ago. Ultimate mood of the piece is so positive and so celebratory.
Upwards feverous and in shame, battle noises everywhere, where sighs, ghosts fill the air. War will have blood, they say blood will have blood, time and the hour.
And Roz came in and put these epic high vocals over the top. To me, that's straight up power metal, and I love it.
A joy to listen to, both in its original form, but also, I think, bringing the muscle of a hard rock band gives it a very unique quality that really has achieved something very special.
So in the fanfare, all the bells of all the various chapels are all going off at the same time, all different keys, randomly different, playing different rhythms. So the effect I'm trying to create is similar to multiple church bells all ringing at the same time.
It's the ultimate finale of finales.
That would be a legacy, wouldn't it? If that's anything that people can remember us by, I would be proud. It's 7.5 minutes of pure triumph.
For me, it really falls into that kind of neoclassical, progressive metal genre.
Neoclassical metal, you know, heavy metal inspired by the classic composers.
A thousand years have come and gone since on the earth thoughts are born.
The first piece that we came to was Bach's famous toccata and fugue in D minor. It's often cited to be a piece of program music. There is a school of thought that says Bach was trying to evoke an approaching storm and the calm after the storm. I'm not sure I necessarily subscribe to that because he didn't produce a lot of program music, but I think nonetheless it's one of the greatest compositions of all time.
Get the score, listen to it, transpose it to the key that I wanted.
Lots of double bass playing. It's dramatic music. I think it always has been in the Baroque era, in the classical era, and it's really dramatic in the metal sense.
I think that's probably the hardest to play, that one. The beginning, all the kind of the winter stuff, that was the most challenging.
As other bass players will know, we provide a solid, stable platform for other people to shine.
I read Priest, and I like that it's sort of somebody waiting, but you can't really tell that it's a love song, but it is.
I will not wait for the melting of the lake. I hold the key to the mysteries of the faith. The hour is late, now open the gates. The red priest is coming.
The Witch's Sabbat is the famous movement from the Symphonie Fantastique, the composition by the famous French composer Hector Berlioz. Everyone hears this theme and immediately says, that's Black Sabbath. It's not Black Sabbath, it's Berlioz, but Black Sabbath took it and made it so famous that instantly it's associated. So there was another challenge to Johnny. Take a very famous theme, which is known in the classical world and the rock world, and make it your own.
Berlioz. This is clearly the thing that inspired the song Black Sabbath. The rain and the bells and even the key in the first three chords. You can't get away from the Black Sabbath comparison with that beginning because that's the thing that inspired the song itself. But then that second part, there's a lot of original non-Berlioz stuff in that song. So very quickly you can get away into something that's its own piece. And you sort of move into a more power metal kind of vibe.
Light thickens, calm, thick night shrouded.
You can really notice and hear where so many more contemporary artists draw upon all this classical music from several hundred years, like the Baroque period all the way through to the Romantic. It's really heavily influenced a lot of music.
So the praise to rouse.
My favourite bit in that composition that I'm most proud of is all the harmonies at the end. I wrote the chorus, and then when we got to the end, I kind of thought it'd be interesting to do it as a double time kind of thing, but then what can you add in that last part of a song to give it another lift?
By the flicking of my arms, something wicked this way comes. However, I see the land proud to give to you its night's black shroud.
By way of contrast, we have Holst's famous piece, Mars, the Bringer of War. This brings its own challenges because it's in a strange time signature. It's 5 beats. It evokes menace, and it's disconcerting because it doesn't conform to a regular rhythm. Again, it was a big challenge for Roz to bring a verse and chorus to this, and because we had the whole idea of conflict, and also it evoked the Great War, the horror of trench warfare and never-ending mud and misery, which I think Holst was able to capture, and I think that's why he went for this peculiar time signature. It's a stumbling quality that never resolves itself easily, so you have this idea that we're not relaxed, we can't just take our time. There is something wrong with the world.
Mars, the Bringer of War. It's an unusual one. It starts with that triplet. You've got this kind of 1 triplet, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 1 triplet, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the entire piece is based on that, and plays around with it, moves the accents around and things like that. It's an unusual rhythm.
Singing something like Mars about devastation and horribleness of humankind.
Poison gas moves slowly, cancer creeping forward, bloody trenching moonlight, death is in...
Bass players generally are pretty menacing people. The bass line is very specific, doesn't move around too much. It's good and it's solid. And so I was lucky enough to be asked to do some work on the lyrics. And being a war-like song enabled me to bring some of my own personal interests into it. And what I really wanted to try and convey was the insanity, really, of the First World War, the tragedy of the events that took place.
And obviously the chorus is Mars.
I always like 5/4 and 5/8 because they have a stumbling feel. Like you get to the 4 beats that you're used to hearing, and then at the 5th and at the end, it really makes me think of soldiers in World War I, which kind of inspired all the lyrics that Marcus wrote, I think.
I feel that we have married together the qualities of hard rock music and orchestral music. We have celebrated the melody and form that a rock band can command, and obviously the melody and form that an orchestra can command. I would love to do more of these albums. I hope that the world out there enjoys it as much as I do. I feel very, very proud to be associated with Iron Tyger and with Johnny. And it's over to you guys. Thanks for listening.